Hello, my name is Prakasit Konmeta. My student ID is 05610266. Today I have a book to recommend you guys. First of all, I love to read novel and my favorite genre is fantasy. It always makes my heart race with its sense of epic. The issue is sometimes too much might happen in one book. Our protagonists come across a ton of monsters, pitfalls, and many more. It makes me wonder if the gods themselves taken against them. In the case of Kate said of the Fallen, it is exactly the case. And when gods make you their playthings, you better get ready for a rough life. Fate of the Fallen protagonists are Matthias and Aslo. They are brothers, but different in many ways. Matthias had a natural charisma and seemed to destiny for great things. Aslo is more of because keen to be left alone to maintain the woods that surround their village. Unbeknownst to either of them, this is not what the fate had in mind. It seemed that Matthias is in fact the chosen one, and the existence of the planet laid on his shoulder that may not remain attached to his head. The god play figure game, and it seems that Aldo may have more than just a companion role in this tale. Fantasy can vary greatly in tone, and Stormfish managed to strike a great balance between low fantasy with all the value that is entailed, but also create a sense of fun and humor. The stake could not be any higher, therefore it is refreshing to have such a curmudgeon as low at the center of the story. He should not be a sympathetic character, as he is loose and quite aggressive. However, he is just being true to himself and his vocation as a forester. Like the character that finds himself in his fellowship, the leader is charmed by his forthright nature and commitment to telling the truth, whilst others are hiding their head in the sand, as slowly refuse to give up, even if prophecies say that we are all doomed. The book has a quite serious plot. The darkness that is infecting the land could have made this book heavy going, but Kate populated the novel with several entertaining characters. A couple of thieves, a grumpy filmage, and a puppet who is unwilling to commit to the future. All of them find themselves drawn towards Aslo. Fate and destiny play a large role in this book, hence the name of the book. But unlike with many fantasy novels, it is overt. It's not just a phrase, but it's actually a god that plays an important role in the story. Actually, they often directing events, which make many things make a lot more sense. That Aslo is turned into so many bizarre situations. He is both equally blessed and cursed by a series of gods. All he is a piece of their board game, and the board game is species. The story is told from the perspective of the planet-based character, but also from the point of view of a leader who spans both worlds of man and god, Myropa. Because a major player herself, as the god decided to use her in their game, the fact that she popped in and out of existence means actually this novel had a few jump cut in timeline. Suddenly we are thrust back into the action several days later, and it can take a few moments for the leader to get their bearing. The advantage being that there are not too many lengthy trekking sections in the book, as the hero has to cross several leagues to get anywhere useful. Because, as I say, this book, the story is not that quite a fast pace. At the start of the Fate of the Fallen, I was quite jarred by how quickly events occurred, but Kate soon writes this into narrative by openly showing the character as the painting of the god. Events make perfect sense. A random encounter with long-forgotten list of monsters is derived from the heaven. As the book develops, the action pick up, and the leader just has to hang on for the trip to keep them company as some well-developed and likable character. This book is very fun, which everything is really well done. It was so fun that you don't want it to end. And hopefully the second volume of this book will come out soon.